Figuring out how much to tip whom can be downright perplexing, and the Moneyologist has seen more than his fair share of tipping-related questions, including the recent, is it okay to skimp on a tip when you order takeout? The Moneyologist Quentin Fottrell joins us now to discuss. Hi, Quentin.
Hello.
Let me clarify something. Are we talking about the takeout that you go to a restaurant and physically pick up yourself?
Yes, we are.
It never occurred to me in a million years that you have to tip for that.
It doesn't occur to a lot of people because only 14% of people, according to one poll, do actually tip when they collect takeout.
Because I always thought the tip was for the person that delivers the food to your door.
Right.
So
which you should tip for,
which of
especially,
course,
you know, when it's bad weather, you should tip a little bit more than
absolutely
you normally do.
And I think most people know that, are aware. But your reader had the same sort of question
Dilemma.
I did about it, dilemma, until a friend pointed out to him, no, you should actually leave some money.
Right, so some people do.
Mm-hmm.
Some people do tip for takeout, and I'm one of them. Especially if I go to a restaurant where I eat, I'll sometimes pop there and get a few meatballs on the way home. And I want because I know they're going to see me again. So part of it's reputation management, part of it's guilt. Part of it is the realization that the person who's working there might also be giving me the takeout, but might also be waiting tables. And even if they're not waiting tables, they're probably not earning that much anyway. And that whole idea that, well, it's not like they're serving me at my table, so why should I tip them? The reason we tip is also to try and spread our wealth a little bit more for people who are in the service industry and not getting very well paid.
So is this standard information? Have I just been out of the loop here?
No, you know, etiquette dictates that you don't have to tip for
Right, so you're talking about an ethical viewpoint, not
versus an etiquette.
Oh, okay.
So the etiquette says you don't have to if you don't want to. The Moneyologist
says you should. And you should,
for those reasons.
You should especially tip without question and tip with largesse if you happen to be famous. Is that right?
Right.
Tell us about.
So there was a case exactly about this. Drew Brees, an NFL quarterback, left a 4% tip, $3, and about a $74 bill. And
on Takeout, he was picking up himself, by the way.
But the person in the restaurant decided to post it online and take a photograph of it. So anything you do, particularly if you're famous, there is no privacy.
And they made it seem like this was the tip he'd left after sitting down at the restaurant.
So he took a lot of flack. It was a classic case of internet shaming. And he came out and said, if I had been sitting down at the restaurant, I would have paid 20%. And in fact, even though he only tipped 4%, that's more generous than what most people tip on takeout.
So the takeaway here is if you're a celebrity and you're in doubt,
tip big.
And tip generously.
And if you're a non-celebrity and you like the person and you just want to make sure that they're getting a little bit more money, if everybody tipped a couple extra bucks.
So how much? Well, yes, that was my next question. How much do we leave for takeout we're picking up?
I'm going to say at least 10%.
Okay.
And if you're confused, if you think the person or you know the person is also waiting tables, tip them the 20%.
Quentin, lovely to see you. Every time you come on the show, I end up having to tip more in places I never even imagined.
You're welcome, America.
Thank you so much.